Ever since the world first discovered China through the writings of adventurer Marco Polo more than 700 years ago, this large Asian country has come to be regarded as the embodiment of all that is mysterious and exotic. Even now, after decades of economic growth, this vast country has lost none of its fascination. Indeed, the contrast between China's ancient customs and the new ultra-modern state that is developing has only increased the fascination with a culture that dates back many millennia. It's a culture that is much celebrated by the Chinese themselves, as evidenced by the preservation of such important historic sites as the Forbidden City and the Summer Palace in Beijing, each recalling the days of China's emperors. And then, of course, there's the famous Great Wall, winding for 6,700 kilometers all the way from the Yellow Sea to Central Asia, whilst its countless shrines exude the spirit of age-old Eastern religions. Today we'll have a closer look at 6 of the best travel destinations in China. Don't forget to subscribe and let's head into it. Number 6. The Summer Palace, Beijing. An easy 15-kilometer commute from Beijing, the sumptuous imperial Summer Palace, Yihe Yuan, is set amid more than 700 acres of beautiful parkland and is one of China's most visited attractions. Whilst the palace itself was built in 1153, its large lake was added in the 14th century to enhance the imperial gardens. Highlights include the magnificent Hall of Benevolence and Longevity, Renshu Dian with its throne, and the beautiful Great Theatre, a private 3-story structure built in 1891 to satisfy the imperial family's love of opera. This historic venue is still used for performances of traditional Chinese plays and musical events, and is worth a visit for a performance or show. Other highlights include the Hall of Happiness and Longevity, Le Shu Tang Hall, with its lovely gardens and courtyards, as well as its many miles of picturesque pathways and walking trails. If time allows, try to also take in the ruins of the Old Summer Palace, said to have once been one of the country's most elaborate and architecturally attractive palaces. Sadly, this once impressive structure was destroyed by colonial forces in the mid-1800s. Number 5. The Terracotta Army, Xi'an. It was while digging wells on the outskirts of Xi'an in the 1970s that farmers stumbled across what was to be China's most important archaeological find, the Terracotta Army. Distributed over 3 large underground pits and built to guard the first emperor's tomb, the find included more than 8,000 life-size warriors, some 520 horses, and more than 100 chariots, along with numerous other non-military characters dating from around 280 BC. Although some were severely damaged due to the passing of time, many of the statues unearthed have been painstakingly reassembled and stand as a testament to the importance bestowed upon the emperor and the afterlife. The site, part of the Emperor Qin Shi Huang's Mausoleum Site Park, is one of China's most important tourist destinations and offers the unforgettable experience of standing in front of this assembly of soldiers and horses as if inspecting a centuries-old parade. English language guided tours are available. Number 4. Potala Palace. As the winter palace of the Dalai Lama from the 7th century, the Potala Palace in Lhasa symbolizes Tibetan Buddhism and its central role in the traditional administration of Tibet. With over 1,000 rooms, the Potala contained the living quarters of the Dalai Lamas whilst they lived, and their sumptuous golden tombs when they died. It remained the residence of the Dalai Lama until the 14th Dalai Lama fled to India after the Chinese invasion of 1959. The palace also houses great amounts of rare cultural relics, including gold handwritten Buddhist scriptures and gifts from Chinese emperors. The palace is 14 stories tall, and any visit involves climbing a lot of stairs up and down, so make sure you are fully acclimated before visiting. Number 3. Anhui, Mount Huangshan. A UNESCO World Heritage Site set amidst the loveliest mountains of China, Mount Huangshan, aka Mount Yellow, is a once-in-a-lifetime trek for many Chinese. The 1,863-meter mountain is renowned for its oddly shaped pines, spectacular rock formations, hot springs, and seas of misty and melancholy clouds. A trip here provides a mountain of feeling. Number 2. Forbidden City. Built in the early 15th century, the Forbidden City served as the home for emperors in the Ming and Qing dynasties until Puyi, the last emperor of China, abdicated in 1912. It is a walled complex surrounded by a moat that is the world's largest palatial complex. Legend has it that its 980 buildings contain 9,999 rooms, though the actual number is about 1,000 lower. It is unarguably the most popular tourist attraction in Beijing, with the crowds to prove it. Number 1. The Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is one of man's greatest engineering feats and longest outdoor museum, stretching from Gansu province in the west to Shanhai Guan on the Bohai Sea in the east. It was built, rebuilt, and maintained between the 5th century BC and the 16th century to protect the northern borders of the Chinese Empire from the attacks of nomadic tribes from the north. Most people will visit the wall somewhere in the Beijing area, where it is more easily accessible and where it snakes impressively over the mountain peaks. It is China's number 1 tourist attraction. If you enjoyed getting to know the beauty of China, share this video with your friends and hit the like and subscribe button. Stay tuned to learn more about the fascinating places you can visit around the world, and I'll see you in the next video.